It's not that I'm changing my pick. My pick was my pick. I can't change it. Okay. I'm just telling you that the Knicks are going to win the series. I'm not changing my pick. Okay, I'm just saying the Knicks are going to win the series.
Okay, so you're not going to go bragging if the Knicks win the series because that wasn't your pick.
Yeah, no. I would I do something like that?
Yes. No, yeah, it seems like Garland's Mitchell's sort of doing him like LeBron was doing Kyrie. Like he's kind of little boying him, you know, scooping his head and stuff.
That's a great comparison. And then Maxey. Is he just a little bit overrated? Just a little bit?
All right, so hey, we already made our picks for the week. Mm-hmm. You know, Derrick and Diego, we had the Chargers.
They picked wrong. Picked wrong.
My man, who you got between the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Chargers?
Them Cowboys.
Even though they laid an egg last week against the Niners.
Well, it don't make no difference. This week we're gonna roast some chickens. Yes, we are.
I have to admit that I actually am a fan now of the Celtics, and they are like one of my teams. So
okay. Are they one of your teams, or are they your team? What is it? Are they your
well,
team?
I feel that you can have two. I feel you can have two main teams.
You can't have two main teams.
Yes, you can. You can.
No. You have to have one main team.
Well, I've got two main teams.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Oh, those are fire.
Courtesy of Pick'em Pros.
That's right.
Like and subscribe.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson, and I'm back.
Oh, for real? So we just gonna cut. Yep. We're not gonna do the who are we Pick'em Pros. You're just gonna say I'm Diego Thompson and I'm back.
Yep.
That's
how
I'm
back. I'm back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Coming back hot.
Storyline here.
All right. Okay. Just because you got your little Duke look, just because you got lucky from an injury. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything. I mean, you come up in here all hot like that.
We did not get lucky. And another example of this is, when KD tore his Achilles in the finals, am I complaining?
That's a great example.
Am I complaining? Am I complaining?
So happy.
I'm fine. I'll live.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Well, first of all, man, shout out to everybody checking us out. See y'all on Instagram, see you on YouTube. So let's get the comments flowing here today. We've got a fire show here. As you can tell, we're going to recap that Duke-Houston game. We're going to talk about that.
Why are you still wearing your stuff?
Because I'm repping, man, because they look so good. They look so good before my man got hurt.
For 5 minutes, they look good.
Man, I think he just solidified himself as the player of the year. I think he solidified himself, but we'll get into that. We're not going to get into it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to preview North Carolina State versus Duke and talk about that. I know my man Aaron Griffin, man, shout out to him. I know he's doing very well with his picks so far, and I know he picked NC State to go to the Elite Eight, so shout out to him. But he's looking really good on that. So we're going to talk about that game. How far can everybody go? We'll talk about that. Then we're gonna go into the Elite Eight men's, preview all the games, talk about who's gonna win there, who's gonna be our Final Four. Then we're gonna flip over to the women. We're gonna finish off the Sweet 16, talk about Elite Eight, go into there. We've got a bonus topic that we're gonna talk about that we'll reveal later. And then we're gonna announce our swag winner. So we had a lot of folks wanting to get the hashtag Diego Army hoodie. So we're gonna announce the winner of that. So we got an action-packed show, my man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Yes. And Mom Dukes said, glad you're back. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Out of Texas, Delcia Thompson, repping. All right, man. So, hey, first off, before we get into it, we're going to get into Duke Houston. I know we've been chomping at the bit for that. I definitely want to Kelly says, how about them Blue Devils? Yes, shout out to Kelly and Duke.
Yep.
Yes, about the Blue Devils. So before we get into that, man, I want to touch on some of the stuff that we've been doing the last few days. So I know with the rule of thumb with these shows that you're supposed to jump right into your topic, not have any warm up, but whatever. It's our show. We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to talk about a little bit before we get into Duke Houston. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that we've been doing here. We're going to take a minute, talk about what we've been doing in the community, man. So we had a golf tournament yesterday, and we raised $10,000 for the Triangle Aphasia Project. So we were so proud of that and happy of that. And I just want to give a big thank you to all the TNT Creative Group team, the fam, everyone that volunteered, Aaron for videoing it, just everyone that sponsored, donated, played, participated, you for all that you did, Diego, for that. It was just a great time. So shout out to everyone that made that a priority. And as far as what we do with Pick'em Pros, again, a lot of people think we're a gambling show, but when they hear our name, but we're not. We're actually a giving show. So we pick the games for fun and we give to the community based off of who wins. So that's what Pick'em Pro is all about. Father-son family show, something that the whole fam can watch. And we just want you to have a rooting interest when you watch the game. Have a rooting interest and have something on the line in a fun way. So plenty of places you can go for gambling, but this is a fun spin on it. So, hey, what's up, fam? Kev, what's up? Unc in the house. Great to have you on, my man. All right. So that's what we're about. And then also one more thing I want to touch on is the Duffers. The Duffers are a golf show, and we've been going back and forth. I'm sure on Instagram you've seen a lot of our posts where we've been talking a lot of trash to them. And we played them this morning. We had an 8 a.m. tee time, and we're going to show video from that and dive all into that on our show next week. We don't have time to cut all that up just yet. But I do want to give a big shout out to them because they're a big reason, specifically Kendall, in making us hit our goal of $10,000, because Kendall gave a very generous donation from the Duffers of $5,000 on the spot, and that really put us over the hump and made us get our goal. So shout out to Duffers, shout out to David and Kendall. Love you guys and appreciate all you do with us. All right, so thank you so much. And now, hey man, let's get on into this game.
Yep.
All right. Love First 21. Love you. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get into our slide here and go to, did Shee's injury give Duke the win? What do you think, man?
Well, I swear I am not being a homer on this, okay? But
so
I will.
If you start your comment with "I swear I'm not being a homer," you might be a homer.
But I'm saying like the way I'm gonna phrase is people are gonna be like, "You're a homer" just because you're a Duke fan. But I will admit that the first 5 minutes we were getting the defense was very very harsh. We were trying to adjust, but then I think the next 5 minutes we were making a run. We were starting to hit our threes. Filipowski was starting to get going a little bit. McCain hit a three. So we were making a run. It was like a 3-point game, I believe. And then Sheed gets injured at around I think the 10 or 8 minute mark.
Yep.
And then it's a 3-point game. Then we end up going up and then end up winning the game. But I don't think he gave Duke. I think Duke was gonna win anyway since we were already going on a run, since we had already made it like an even game. But I think we had to get adjusted to the defense. We had been prepared for a physical game, but we were just we were just making that curve, but that just happened to be when he got hurt. So
So man, what I'm most disappointed about is that we didn't get to see. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm most disappointed about. So not so much the outcome.
He's a great player, so I wish he was able to stay in the game. And
Yeah, man. I wish we could have seen it because I've been wanting to see that for a while. It was such a contrast of styles. Duke was definitely thrown back on their heels initially from that just that intensity and whatnot. But they were starting to get adjusted to it. But I also feel that Houston hadn't even hit their stride yet, and they were gonna start to get it. They had some big opportunities down low that I think they were going to exploit, and they just didn't get. Sheed is the engine for that team. He's the engine.
Yeah.
I think this improves his value. Hopefully raises his stock, even more for the NBA. And he can go on and have a great career there. But yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just wish we could have seen it. You know what I mean? So it wasn't so much the outcome. I just wish we could have seen that because we missed what would have been a really, really great game. So, but that's what happens in sports sometimes.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting turn for Houston because now he's never gonna play for them again. Like he's going to the NBA. Now this is like a changing point for them. They got to figure out what they got to do to still be competitive for the next couple of years. But I did like how Duke was physical for the whole game. We had been called soft in previous years. Last year we were called soft. We lost to Tennessee. This year, Filipowski was called soft during the year, but he got a couple and ones, and we got a lot of steals, diving on the floor for loose balls. So being aggressive, I think we did a good job with that.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, they can definitely feel that way, and we'll see as we go into the next round versus NC State. So I'll tell you what, why don't we transition to that topic and move on over to Duke versus North Carolina State. So who you got? And tell us in the comments who you have as well. But go ahead. Who you got?
I have Duke, of course. This is my favorite team. And NC State's also one of my favorite. Like if NC State wasn't playing Duke, I would be rooting for them. They're a North Carolina team, that's not named UNC. So I'm all for them, NC State. But since they are playing Duke, I got to go with my guys. So, yeah. And then we got the chip on our shoulder from losing them in the ACC championship. So I think we're gonna come back with a vengeance and have something for DJ Burns.
Ooh, you don't want that. Ooh, I don't have my screen for DJ Burns. I wish I had him. I can pull him up at 6'9". They say 275. I don't think so. I think he might be a little closer to 3 bills. Down low, banging. Man, he basically is the college bigger version of Joker. Is what it reminds me of. Without the 3-point shot.
He can shoot it though. He actually has a good 3-point shot.
He made a big 3, and what was that? The ACC
when they played Carolina,
made a huge 3 there. He made it, but
yes, he is a good shooter. It's just he's a really great post player, so he just used that a lot. So
yeah, but no, man, I love watching them play. But man, the other DJ, the guard DJ. He has to stay out of foul trouble. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford for him to get in foul trouble anymore. If he gets in foul trouble in this game, or if they happen to win, go to the Final Four, that he can't get in foul trouble no more.
Yeah. Nah, man. Well, no, I think that. So I'm going. So under this Houston hoodie, I've got the Wolfpack NC State shirt. So it's time to roll that out now. All right, it's time to roll that out.
NC State, you got your backup plan already.
So hey, in my bracket, I had along with Aaron Griffin. Shout out to him. We both have NC State going to the Elite Eight. Okay, so we had them. So I had them in my bracket going that far, but I had them losing to Houston. Okay, so I thought that would be the match.
Now you think they're going to be cutting down a net. Go to the Final Four.
We're going to get to that for sure. We're definitely going. I'm going to tell you a little more about what I think there. So Unc says he's about 275. Yeah, at least maybe post game he might be 275 post game. But pre-game he might be a little more than that. But he may work it off. And then Aaron and IG said maybe his freshman year of high school. It might have been 270. Yeah, but yeah, he's a total beast. But yeah, I think that State is firing on all cylinders right now. Their defense, they've been relying on their defense. They're not quite a Houston defense, but they're one of the better defensive teams in college basketball right now. But they have a much better offense than, of course, Houston has. So if they can bring that physicality like they did in the ACC tournament, I believe NC State is going to win this game. And I think they're actually going to win it pretty handily. I don't think this is going to be. I say State wins this by at least 6. I'm very confident in this game. I feel that
You're
Duke.
Very confident.
Yes, I'm very confident. I feel that Duke is now from this Houston game feeling like they've overcome something. I think they're a little.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but no,
that's a good thing.
State is going to get this. I feel very confident about it. I feel very confident, and I believe the line is 6.5. I think Duke's a 6.5 point favorite in this one. Yeah.
Also, Jared McCain, when he played NC State, had big games both times. So scored like 20 plus points in the last game they played. So
shut that down.
Nope.
Shut that all the way down. Those heavy feet will not allow him to go anywhere. Yeah. McCain's not going anywhere.
McCain's been blowing past defenders all year. Have you seen it? Have you seen the highlights?
Yes.
No,
I've seen highlights.
No, you have not. No.
Okay.
I'm not taking the Jared McCain disrespect.
Well, I can't. Okay. Well, I can't wait. So this is what, about 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow?
Yep, it's about 5 Eastern.
Hey, so for North Carolina State fans, tomorrow is like, hey, have your Easter Sunday dinner, have it early, load up, get multiple helpings, okay? Because you have the Lady Wolfpack, I think at like 2, and you've got the North Carolina State doubleheader tomorrow. You've got the Lady Wolfpack going to take care of business, and then you have the men are going to take care of business. So, and then both will be making their way going on to the Final Four.
We are the big brother. They're our sons. We are their daddy. So. That's just how it is. That's just facts. So, we'll see if it continues. But.
All right, and so confirmed there. Thanks, Unc. 6.5 points. Duke is favored. Yeah. So yeah, man. I don't bet personally, but this is one. If I did. This is one that I would for sure. And hey, Johnny O, yes, I wore this for you, my man. He's on IG. First of all, he said, "Let's go, Diego Army." Get that old man out of there. And then he said he loves the hat because I'm repping this hat for you, Raleigh Paving. They were a big sponsor of our golf tournament. So thank you. Shout out to Raleigh Paving and shout out to Johnny O. All right. Well, hey, let's move on to this next topic. I'm excited about this one. The bracket challenge. So we got the bracket challenge going on. We've got the kicks. We are winner of the second annual Pick'em Pro bracket challenge is going to win a pair of kicks up to $300 value. So first off, we got to show the winner from last year. There we go. Our man, he got the LeBron Melons. He's the winner from last year. He picked because UConn won last year, so he had UConn winning. He was one of the few that had UConn.
Yeah, they were a lower seed last year.
Exactly. Yeah. But he did his thing there. So big shout out. That's our winner from last year. But let's go ahead and show this. If you can see this here, maybe a little blurry. Those that are watching again.
You.
What's that?
I can't even see you, man. Where are you?
Okay, you got jokes. So those that are listening to our podcast, we're showing the current standings of our NCAA bracket challenge here. So, man, Preshhold is in first with 68 points so far, and has Connecticut winning. So Preshhold is looking very, very good. Now, you, Diego, you actually have a shot at winning because although you also have UConn winning, you've got Duke going to the Final Four.
Yep.
So and you get 8 points for that. So if Duke makes it, then you both will be tied, and it'll really come down to the tie-breaking score that you put in.
Jump ahead of Jalen and Eric. Yep.
So it could come down to that. Now, again, we all know that I would have won this, but again, she got hurt. So not only did that put Duke
asterisks. Stop giving excuses. Stop giving excuses.
It's definitely an asterisk. So just like there was an asterisk.
Stop giving excuses for a Sweet 16 playoff game. Maybe if it was a championship, but it's not even that far to do that type of stuff. Like, come on, man.
So just like there was an asterisk on the Duke win last night, there's going to be an asterisk on probably your or Preshhold's NCAA bracket challenge win.
Is there an asterisk on the Toronto Raptors championship?
Yes. Basically, yes. Yep. There's what's his name? Towards KD
and
towards
Clay,
Achilles. Yeah, and Clay. Golly. That was so sad. Because I think they still win that. I think they win it. If Clay didn't get, I think they still win it with Clay. I think they would have forced the game side. I think they would have pulled that out.
We'll never know.
I think so, but we'll never.
Hey,
know.
we got another one a couple years later.
And I'm just playing about the asterisk, y'all. So those that know me know I'm joking. I'm just playing around. So injuries are part of the game. Like I said, I wish we could have seen that. I wish we could have seen that game. All right. Well, hey, so bracket challenge. So shout out to you guys. Hey, we'll see who actually ends up winning this, but you still have a shot. So hopefully you'll be able to move into that new place that you bought. So why aren't you in your place, man? What happened?
Yeah, well, I'm going through the purchases right now for it. I got a lot of stuff coming on the way. It's custom, so they're like sewing it and like hand making it and stuff. So that's gonna take some time.
Okay, go take some time. All right. So
I had to take a few things in the U-Haul, but I'm waiting on some more things.
Waiting on some more things. So big shout out to Jack C and Kip. So we got to definitely give a shout out to you guys. So they did a phenomenal job. I should have said that at the beginning of the show. But they did a
job last week.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal
job.
Shout
out to Kip for being the captain of the lacrosse team too.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. All right. Shout out to Kip, my man. All right. So that's the bracket challenge. So we'll see what happens. Hey, next week, a week from Monday, we'll have our winner there. But it'll become pretty clear today and tomorrow. So excited about that. Okay. So let's talk about the 4 games that we have for the Elite 8. So we've got UConn. Now, I should have this up. UConn and Illinois is actually playing right now. So, hey, if somebody can put the score in, let me actually log into that. Somebody throw that score in the comments if you have that up and let us know what's going on there, because I know that's going live. UConn versus Illinois. All right. But I'm sure you got UConn in this, since you've got UConn winning the whole thing, right?
Yeah, definitely got them. Sticking with them to see. The thing about you, I didn't have to watch them until this game, because they won by 30 in all the other games. Yeah, and now they're up by 12 against the best offense in the whole NCAA.
No, so that is a great point. I mean, they've been just dominating everybody. They clearly look like the best team. The only thing is that sometimes, especially early on in the tournament, the team that looks the best, doesn't end up winning. They hit a roadblock somewhere.
Yeah, I saw a stat that was like the number 1 overall seed hasn't won the championship in 11 years.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
That is true. So they're gonna stumble at some point. And I mean, Illinois, last I saw, was giving them a run.
Maybe not this year.
Trying to see, actually, hold on, I'm about to get the feed going here.
They're up by 12, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Well, looks like 5 from what I see.
Oh.
Okay. But I think they'll definitely pull that out. Yeah. I think. All right. So we both have UConn. If anybody have Illinois, tell us in the comments if you think Illinois. Didn't you say Illinois was like the best scoring offense?
Yeah, they're actually they're the best scoring offense. Them actually they're these are the top 2 scoring offenses. So
top 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, Kev said 35. So my feet might be behind. Yeah, he's definitely behind because he said 35, 23.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm seeing says 28, 23. So I'm clearly behind. Okay. Yeah, I'm clearly behind. So thank you. Thanks for that update there. Yeah. So it looks like UConn.
I got you.
Yeah. So it looks like UConn is pulling away on that. All right. So hey, let's go. We got Abby in the house. Yeah, Abby, come talk that junk to us. Come on now. All right. But let's go to our next game here. We've got Bama versus Clemson. Ooh, who you got in this one, man?
Man, well, I got Alabama winning it. And also shout out to the ACC, man, because they really unexpectedly they were looking very shaky coming into the tournament, having only 4 teams, but those 4 teams played really well. But anyway, with that being said, I got Alabama winning this game. Their offense has been amazing, but their offense has been amazing all year. That's a big reason why they beat UNC. Two nights ago, which I was very happy about that outcome. But they have one of the best offenses in the whole league in the NCAA, and that's why they're going to beat Clemson today.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going Clemson, man. I'm repping for ACC here. I think Clemson is just under the radar. They're flying under the radar. A lot of people don't know about them, but Clemson's been playing very, very well. Very NC State-ish.
It's really weird.
Yeah, throughout this, it's not weird. It's not weird. I don't.
Yes, it is. You know.
But they're looking good. So I think they're going to continue to ride the train. It's funny because wouldn't that be something if you've got Clemson and NC State as the 2 teams in the Final Four to represent the ACC? You know what I'm saying? And this is just such a different year. You could say wacky, whatever. That I could definitely see that happening. So
that's always how it is in the tournament. There's always definitely some sleepers.
Yeah. So for no other reason other than that, I say Clemson. You know
well, it's a tight game. It's definitely going to be a close game.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, without a doubt. So that will be a good one for sure. All right. So then we have Purdue versus Tennessee. We've got that one. I believe that one's tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah. So this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is a really tough one. I'm gonna pick Purdue in this one. I just think the key, that's going to be a close game, just like the Clemson Bama game. But I think the size of Edey, I don't think they have anyone on Tennessee that can stop him. But I think both the teams are kind of similar in a way because they have one player on each team that's the Player of the Year finalist. Zach Edey on Purdue and Dalton Knecht on Tennessee. Dalton Knecht's been carrying him with like 21 points a game, but no one else has been really like at his level. So he's just been carrying them all year, and I just think this is where it stops with Edey because no one can really guard him on Tennessee.
Well, and that was a question I was going to ask. So I'm going with Tennessee, but in your opinion, from what you've seen, does Tennessee have anybody that can really? I mean, nobody's the size of Edey, clearly, but are they a little more equipped to defend him than the teams that they face so far in the tournament?
No, because they play. I looked at their starting lineup. They play 4 guards in the starting lineup, and they do have like a 6'11" forward in there, but we have just like 2 blocks a game. But I don't think he's going to be able to handle Edey, and with the lack of size, that's not enough.
Yeah. That's because Purdue. It's interesting. I feel like if they could have faced one of the better teams in the Big Ten, that would have been a challenge for them because they're better equipped to play against them because they're used to them. But these other teams that don't face anybody quite that size, they're really struggling with Purdue. So and I don't think there's anybody. Is there anybody in the Big Ten left? I think they're probably the only.
I'm
well, you got Illinois. Illinois is here.
Yeah, well, they're about to be gone.
Yeah, true. That's right. They're about to be gone, and they would have faced them in the championship. So yeah, there's not really another team that's familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of our people that are in the top of our bracket challenge have Purdue. You've got Rob from Zaxby's, and then you've got Beasley Boy F4 that has Purdue. So if Purdue can win it, then they'll certainly jump up. But yeah. Good. And oh man, shout out to Zach. Said I'm cooked. UNC lost, and I had them in the final. Yeah, hey, Zach, I'm cooked too, brother. As I had Houston winning it all, and they're done. But but that was all because of the injury, right? Right.
Okay.
So hey, I've got an asterisk by mine, Zach. All right. Okay. But all right. So hey. Who wins it all? And this is more for the audience. So chime in, tell us who wins it all. But while we go to that, so Diego, is there any chance if somebody's gonna beat UConn, who is it? Who has the best chance to beat UConn? I probably should have phrased it that way.
I actually think Duke does at this point. I think Duke has the what? Well,
Really?
why are you looking like that, man? So I think Duke has because I think the two teams are very similar with the player wise, because I think UConn's gonna win the championship, but they have a good thing about them is they have really good guard play. They have fast guards that can play, make, and shoot. They have really good big men, a good bench, and a really good coach. So those are really the key parts of a championship team: good offense, good defense. And Duke is kind of similar. Like they have good guard play, a good big man, and a decent bench. The coach is in his second year, but I think he's proven that he's got what it takes. So I really think they match up well, and I think they have the best shot of beating them. But I would not pick them to win.
Okay. All right.
Even though I would love if they won it. I don't care how bad my bracket would be, but
for sure.
Amazing, yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about North Carolina State. What would make it feel better is if because I really didn't want us. The only thing was that if it was Houston, North Carolina State, I didn't want to root against State because I've been on the Houston train this whole time.
Yeah,
so
that's like your team. So
yeah, so that was going to be a conflict, but now I don't have to worry about that. And I feel this State's going to make a run, man. So you know what? You heard it here first. North Carolina State is going to win the NCAA championship. Write it down, book it. We're going to hang. See, y'all thought they were just going to hang the ACC tournament banner, right? You thought they were just going to hang the Sweet 16 banner. Nah, we're not hanging banners for that, right? Just like 1974 and then 1983, now 2024. All right. What's that? 41 years later? Think so? Let's do the math. That's a lot of math. But
you said that's
41 years.
That I was Homer Simpson. Really?
Yes.
If NC State wins the championship, I am moving out of this house and sleeping on the street for a week.
Hey, man. I'm telling you, they're looking for. First of all, I think they beat Duke easily. Okay, so that's already done. All right. Then they're in the Final Four. I'm just looking at the matchups. Okay. Then they play Tennessee. All right. I think they definitely get them.
What if they play Zach Edey?
Oh, that's barbecue chicken. I'm not worried about that.
You think Zach Edey's gonna put his 7'6" wingspan arms up in the air, and DJ Burns is scoring on that?
And DJ Burns is gonna put all that 335 pounds on him.
Zach Edey's also 300 pounds. Okay?
Yeah, but it's distributed a little differently. Just a little differently. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little taller.
It's gonna be just like me backing you down in the backyard.
I have a score update. UConn is up 23 points.
Gee whiz. That is ridiculous.
So they would have won every single game leading up to the Final Four by at least 20 points if they stay on the place.
Yeah, they look like a juggernaut. So Then if you have North Carolina State versus UConn in the championship game, okay, I admit UConn would be heavy favorite. Clearly, I mean NC State's an underdog against everybody that they play. All right, but then if you have that matchup, then it just comes down to magic, okay? Because then at that point, it becomes 1983 NC State versus Houston. Okay,
magic.
Yes, because they were a huge underdog against Houston. 5 slammer jammer. No way they were supposed to win that game, but they pulled it out. So that way, there's no way NC State loses the championship game. They just have to get there.
So
all right,
you gave no reasons of why they're more skilled than a team, why they're more talented, why they have better coaching. You said it's going to be magic.
Yes, in the championship game. Okay,
you said
in the
they're going to win
game.
because of magic.
Yes, in the championship game.
Oh my gosh.
In the championship game. Yes. That's okay. That's okay. Because when it happens, and when you move out because of what you said on live television, okay, then you'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? You'll see what's up.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
Book that. All right. So on that note, let's move on. Let's move on to the women, man. Dude, I am so excited about some of these games for the women's side. So first off, we have the rematch. We've got LSU versus Iowa. The rematch, that is going to be great. That is Monday, 7:15 p.m. Eastern. You do not want to miss that. Who you got in this one?
I think LSU they got some chip on their shoulder, like being the national champions, and they just had like a New York article like about them talking about how they were like villains and stuff. So that's gonna like fuel them a little bit. But Iowa, they also have revenge on their minds because they lost to Iowa, they lost to LSU in the championship.
Yes.
So I think they're gonna win. I don't think Caitlin Clark is gonna go out on a losing note against the team they lost to last year.
Yeah, man, I agree. I've gone back and forth on this. I mean, I could see LSU winning, but I can't see Iowa losing to them again. You know what I mean? I think it's funny if this game were like in Iowa, and they had all the pressure. I could see them losing, but neutral court, I think that's the perfect environment for Iowa to win that game. So I really can't wait. I really can't wait to see that. Hey, if so Pop says you could go to Texas if you end up having to leave because NC State wins the championship. So at least you'll have a landing spot. Because I have a feeling you're gonna need.
I'm worried.
I'm feeling I don't know, dude. Hey, when NC State does it, you gonna see. But yeah, man, I can't wait for this game. It's going to be highly entertaining. Both teams will be highly motivated, like you said. All the stuff going on in the paper. With I think it's the Washington Post article. With LSU, there's a lot going on with them. But the only thing is they just don't seem to be as good as they were last year.
Yeah, so even like Angel Reese's stats aren't the same. So just and it's just not quite the same, and that's why I think Iowa's gonna win on top.
Yeah. So I definitely agree there. All right, so let's go to the next game. Well, no, this is just more of a question. Okay, Stan, this has been a heavy NC State theme here today. All right, but as we look here, so North Carolina State, the Lady Pack, they beat Stanford, beat a very good Stanford team to advance. So now they're in the Elite Eight. So they're on a collision course with South Carolina. So South Carolina won a tight game. So South Carolina's had some tight games lately. So they're undefeated, okay, but they had the 3 that went off the backboard to win the semifinal game in the SEC semifinal. So they had that to win that game, and then they just won a 4-point game here against Indiana. Now Indiana's a good team, but they just barely kind of squeaked that one out, 79-75. So both of these teams, I feel, are on a collision course. Can NC State beat South Carolina?
No, NC State's a good team. Like, that was a very good win against a good Stanford team, but I just think this is where, like, South Carolina's too good. And you said they'd had some close games recently. Okay, they won that game in the SEC championship off of the banking 3. I believe that's good. Like, it shows they can win close games, but they have also had a lot of blowouts. In the first round, they won by 62 points. In the second round, by 62 points. The score was 91-38, 39. In the second round, they beat a AC UNC team by 47 points.
They did do that.
Yep. And the last game against a good Indiana team, they won by 4. So they have won by blowouts, and that was a close game. But it's a Sweet 16. Like, it's expected to be at least. No one's expected to win by 60 points.
No.
So,
no.
But yeah, I just think that, totally.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I've been with South Carolina. But the fact that they're undefeated and now having these close games, and they've been able to squeak some of these out, but I just feel that they may lose to the Pack when they
and they're playing the Pack are playing Oregon State first. They got to beat them before they play Carolina. I mean, South Carolina.
Right. So South Carolina's playing Oregon State.
Yeah, they're playing Oregon. Yeah.
And NC State plays Texas.
Yeah.
So they play Texas. So both of those games are tomorrow. So Sunday we'll see what happens. And then they would play the next matchup then they would be the Final Four matchup. So that would be a heck of a Final Four. So having South Carolina versus NC State, Iowa, and then I think USC will end up.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we'll have USC versus Duke in that other bracket, and I think Juju would be able to lead USC to a victory there. So, and if that happens, that would be because in the episode last week, we gave our Final Four for the women, and that's the exact Final Four that I gave. I gave South Carolina, North Carolina State, Iowa, and USC. So we'll see if I hit on all of those. Yeah. But yeah, man. Nah, but you know what? Again, another heard it here first on Pick'em Pros. This has only happened once in the history of college sports.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
This has only happened once in the history of college sports. 2004, UConn, where the men and the women won the championship the same year. And it's looking like that's going to happen again this year. North Carolina State men and North Carolina State women both win the championship.
This is not. You have to be joking at this point. Seriously.
Nah, man. Nah.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
I see it, dude. I see it. See, there's the thing about college, right? Because most people don't really get to watch, all the games. You don't get to watch everything. There's so many teams, right? There's like several hundred teams that exist. But once the tournament starts and you get to watch the teams, then you really start to get a good feel. Like last year, UConn for the men, UConn was a lower seed and hadn't really seen much of them. But after like the second round, I was like, okay, yeah, UConn's winning the championship. I finally kind of got to see the matchups and got a feel for that. So this year, just after watching these teams and seeing them play, I mean, the Lady Pack are strong, and the way that the men are playing, I'm sticking with that. I'm going with that, man. I might have to actually put something on it, like our guy Aaron. I might have to do that, man. We'll see. Hey. I'll be happy that pulls off.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey,
good luck with that.
let's go to our bonus. We have a bonus topic before we give our merch away. Can't wait we've got the hashtag Diego Army hoodie that we're doing this time. So we did hats for the last few weeks, but we're actually going to launch our store Monday. Our store launches. You'll be able to go to that. It'll be thepickempros.com. You'll be able to go there and get all the merch that you want. So very, very excited about that. But we're definitely going to give away this hoodie here in a minute. But hold on, we got a couple of comments here before we go to our bonus topic. So let's go to those comments. Let me see. Duke Dubs, just so you know.
Abby.
Yeah, Abby. Yeah, but yeah, Abby, man. Duke got lucky. All right, Abby. That's my guy. I'm happy he joined us. Officially better. What's that? SCN than UNC? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
Man's better than UNC, so
Better.
he's
Okay.
saying they're better than UNC.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, they definitely have gone further. And our guy Case not beating NC State. That's right. They're not gonna do it, man. I'm with you, Case. I'm with you, Case. I'm with you, my man. All right, so stick around because we're gonna get to the swag winner too in a minute. All right, but let's get to our bonus topic because I'm excited about this one. So, man, Tyson versus Paul. We've talked about this before, but again, I've been on a switch routine lately here. I don't know about Tyson in this one. Okay. Everybody, it seems like everybody but you. And maybe Abby. I think Abby actually
Abby has Jake Paul too.
Abby actually said Jake Paul. So shout out to Abby on that for Jake Paul. Man, I think Jake Paul is gonna win this.
Yeah, I've been telling you, man. And now you're finally jumping on my side.
I am jumping on. I am jumping on your side because so it's funny because everybody, especially adults, right? They all, when they hear that you're saying Jake Paul, they're like, oh, well, you know what? That's his generation. They're YouTubers. He haven't seen Mike Tyson and all that. And I'm like, dude, shout out to Case. Dude, Mike Tyson's going to be 58 years old when this fight takes place.
Even I hear stuff like, it's like, have you ever seen a Mike Tyson fight before? And I'm like, yes, I have watched a Mike Tyson fight before, but that was like 40 years ago. those fights were a very long time ago. So.
Man, and then the other argument from everyone is, wow, well, have you seen the Instagram videos? You've seen the videos of him. He looks great. And I'm looking and I'm like, no, he doesn't. No, number one, he looks thinner. He looks again. He looks aged, y'all. Like
he's older. He's older.
He's older. He's older, man. Jake Paul is what, 27?
Yeah, 26. Yeah.
So strong as an ox. Can he's knocking out UFC fighters and whatnot. Like I just don't. Yes. There's a lot of
even his training video. He was looking sharp, like with his movements and his punches.
Yes.
So like,
and so and the thing about him, what a lot of people like to say about Jake Paul, for one, everybody wants to see him get knocked out, and I get that. But what's so funny is everyone says, "Man, I really want to see him lose." Okay, he's lost before. It's like a lot of people don't realize that he lost the fight, but he's got knockout power. And I mean, he's no slouch. And a lot of boxing.
What people have to do is they have to actually watch watch a clip of him actually fighting.
Yeah, they need to watch that. And
with one of his knockouts, he's got some stuff.
The other thing about Jake Paul is that the boxing experts, they all like to say, oh, well, you don't know boxing if you haven't been a boxer and been training or if you're an amateur. But Jake Paul has been fighting for a while now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's been fighting for a while. He's got the best training. So that argument doesn't hold weight anymore. Okay, it was one thing when he fought Nate Robinson, 6-7 years ago. Okay, but he's been fighting for a while now. It's not like he just picked up and started boxing and said, "I want to fight."
Like moved to Puerto Rico and was so focused on his fighting there. So he's kind of very locked in.
But if he was somebody that we didn't know that had been going through the same training, that had been fighting, we would. It's funny who we want to classify as a fighter, as a boxer, and who we don't want to classify as a fighter and a boxer. Like just because Jake Paul was a YouTuber and did all these other things, like for real. 10 years from now, he could still be boxing and they'll say that he's not a real fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like once you get labeled as something, then people want to kind of keep you there. But yeah, man. And then last but not least, and we'll get to the swag winner and roll. Last but not least, the other thing that's making me very nervous about this is that whenever with any big event, when everybody is saying what's going to happen, and like when everybody agrees that somebody's going to win, that's a flag. It's like nobody thinks Jake Paul,
especially if it's like a close matchup.
Yeah, and I just don't see it, man. So I think we're going to be in the minority for this, and we'll see what happens there. But I can't wait. I cannot wait for that fight. Oh, and a lot of you may not know about some of the rules that came out for this fight. So one, they're not going to be using 10-ounce gloves. They're going to use 16-ounce gloves. That's one rule that came out. Number two, they're going to have 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. So normally with a fight, rounds are 3 minutes. These are going to be 2 minutes. So that does favor Mike Tyson because, with him being older, and he'll be 58 at the time of this fight. That does favor him. But then the other one, which I thought was a trip, is there are not going to be any judges, no scorecards. So knockout,
first knockout, yeah,
knockout only. I was like, wow. So that's going to be something. So they're going to be throwing haymakers, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be something else. But yeah, more to come on that. And we have we actually have a professional boxer in our network. Jay is our boxing aficionado, and we're going to have him on the show. So we'll have him on soon. So we'll get through March Madness, and maybe between March Madness and NBA playoffs starting, we'll have him on. And I know he's going to, because he already said Mike is going to win, and he'll come on and tell us we don't know what we're talking about. But definitely want to get his opinion on the show. So we'll bring him on and talk a little Tyson, Jake Paul. All right. So, man, hey, let's move on to the merch and then give away our swag. So again, store opens April 1st. So that is Monday. Really, really excited about that. Let's pull this up again. You can see the gear. So this is the special Johnny O hat right here. He likes the flat brim. It's got the Diego Army on the side, Pick'em Pros logo in the front, URL on the other side, and then the mic on the back. It's a very, very nice hat. So that's going to be definitely a hot selling item in the store. Then we have the baseball cap. That's going to be another item there. This is the item that we're actually giving away. So this is one that we're excited about. So the winner that gets this, you'll get the code. We'll show you how to order it. It'll take, because our store launches on Monday, it'll probably be about 2 weeks before you actually get this one in your hands. But the winner that we're going to announce in a minute is going to get this specific hoodie here. And then it also has the logo on the back. So it has Diego Army on the front, Pick'em Pros logo on the back. And then we've got this bucket hat. I think we might raffle this off next week. That bucket hat. I think that's going to be a hot one as well. So yeah, we got some cool items there. So we're excited to launch the store. All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and announce the winner. We've got our winner this week. Again, this is an Instagram Fresh Friday contest that we put out every week. We have Case Holland, my man. Case was in here commenting earlier, so I know Case is watching. So Case, you are the winner of the Diego Army hoodie. Congratulations. We'll message you. We'll get your size, and we'll get that ordered. So we don't have it on us. We'll order it, and that will be delivered to your door. And yeah, man, congratulations. Thanks for supporting us, and thanks for watching the show. Shout out.
Congrats to Case.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, man, welcome back. Good to have you back. Again, shout out to Kip. Shout out to Jack C for holding it down. Thank you for everybody for watching, supporting us. We love doing this. Hey, enjoy Happy Easter. Enjoy all the games. Got some good ones. Make sure you check out the games tonight. Check out the women's games and the men's. And just enjoy family. Have a phenomenal weekend. All right. Well, hey, man, you ready to sign out. Case, let's go. Congratulations, my dude. That's cool with it. I don't think we've had a winner actually be on here and be able to shout us out as they won. So congrats, Case, man. Much love. And hey, Case, we can't wait to see you next year, my man. So we know you're gonna do big things, and we can't wait to see you with all the sports that you play. So great dude, great guy. And Case, we gotta have you on the show. So we're gonna have you on as a special guest ASAP. So we'll definitely make that happen. All right. So that's a great way to end. Let's end on that note. All right. Let's sign out the way that we do. Until then, pick 'em pros.
Pros.
All right. Later. Much love.
Later.
Thank you.
Survive.